What's up, another bar? Y'all doing all right? Hell yeah, all right. We'll warm up to that. It's a little aggressive to just kind of start from Lil Kid Cudi. I'm also high. All right. Fuck yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming and celebrating my friend Chris Sparks tonight. Fuck yeah. Make it up for my boy. Hell yeah. Thanks so much. Thank you, family, for coming out. Thank you, family. Also, he wrote a book. So I don't know if you guys know very much about my friend that I'm opening up for tonight. Tonight he's but he's showing out his one-man show tonight, which is pretty dope. And he wrote a book. He also said, hey man, I got some stuff for you to do. I didn't know he was this artistic. And he made me do homework, which wasn't really that fucking cool. But as a friend, you gotta love him, right? So he has a documentary, so I watched that. That shit, hey, you gotta love your people. It was intense as fuck. All right, super intense. You know, it's all right. He's intense. You'll find out. That's his old lady. She's like, he is very, very sweet, but very intense. Like, he's one of those guys that will, stare you in the eyes while he has a conversation with you. You're like, all right, man, we can... We're just talking about the Yankees, dude. That was 1996, dude. We're done with those stats, dude. All right. It's enough making fun of him. He also has a book, Thank Me for Your Service. Thank you for my service. Thank... I can't read, so he told me, I said, hey, he goes, hey man, you can read the book if you want. I was like, well, I can't read, dude. And he said, well, they got it on Audible. So I listened to it. It's, there's so many big words, dude. He got really annoyed with me texting him to just ask what the words meant. Like trauma, No, I'm super stoked to be here. I'm not from here. I'm from Minnesota originally, but I really, really dig New Orleans, man, because it's very nostalgic for me. It reminds me of home. Y'all still smoke with your kids in your car? I dig that shit, dude. I grew up in a 1996 conversion van. You remember those fucking things? The VCR and the TV in the middle? Yeah, man, just crushing Lion King in the backseat, dude. Rest in peace, Mufasa, you know what I mean? I had a single mother, dude, you know what I mean? I don't like the way your sister-in-law laughed at that joke, Chris, I'll tell you that right now. The kids are calling that triggering. I think. Yeah, dude, rest in peace, Mufasa, dude. My mom would just be crushing Camel non-filters, dude. It's like, did Mufasa die yet? Fuck you, bitch. You know that's my dad. You did this, you know. I wish the movie was Bambi. You can laugh, you don't know her, dude. Oh, man. Without getting in my feelings, she's a bitch, dude. All right, that was for me. It was recorded. No, man, again, man, we all have trauma. We're going to hear about some trauma tonight with Chris's story, I think. I'm actually really excited to hear it, but we all have our own trauma. It's all relative, I do a lot of psychedelics, I do a lot of mushrooms, I do a lot of organics, smoke a lot of green, a lot of flowers in my life. Flowers and fungi, that's how I roll. But the reason I'm like that is I had a very unstable mother growing up. We grew up in a cult. So she believed that the rapture was happening. Yes, we were Christians. Sometimes liberals don't know what the rapture is. Recognize your audience. All right. Which is like a wild way to grow up, dude. Like all of a sudden, like you're gonna wake up one day and like half the population's gone. That's fucking crazy, right? You know, that's pretty gnarly. Well, growing up in Minnesota, man, early in the morning, like you'd wake up when it was dark out, and like you'd run downstairs because it might be a snow day, and you'd have to sit and watch the news to make sure that your school district was or wasn't like going. And you could wait all the way up until like almost time to leave, you know? You could hold out, man. And so anytime like your parents woke you up mad early, you'd be like, hell yeah, today's the day, baby. 6 feet of snow, dude. Got 2 days off. All right. You guys don't understand that because it's snowed once here and they shut the whole fucking city down. I giggled. My girl woke me up and she's like, it's real snow. And she lived back home with me, and I was like, I don't know. And she's like, nah, it's real snow. And I looked out, I was like, we're going driving today. I was so excited to drive in the snow, man. My mom wakes me up, you know, middle of the night, darkness, or mad early in the morning, whatever you want to call it. But she's crying, which is wild. A wild way to wake up at 7. And she's like, Jacob, Jesus is coming back. I don't know why I did that accent. She doesn't sound like that at all. It was like, Jacob, Jesus is coming back. Some super fucking annoying like that. Oh no! Look out for the white horse. Okay. Well, dude, it's also like kind of crazy to like sit in the middle of your living room with your mom, like staring at a hill in your big bay window in your living room while she's sobbing and she's like shaking you, going, "Do you hear the trumpets?" Like, hey, mom, we fucking missed it, dude. If we're still here, dude, we missed that boat. Also, check the news, dude. It might be a snow day, dude. Bro, also, this is 1992, man. That was like right after the first Ninja Turtles came out, dude, and I hadn't seen it yet. And I mean like the first real one, the one with Raphael and Casey Jones, where they fight in Central Park. You know that one? You know what I'm talking about? Don't make me feel fucking weird up here, dude. If you're fucking in the 80s, baby, you know what I'm talking about. Don't fucking make me feel weird up here. The one where they fight in the park, and then Raphael gets mad, and so he goes up onto that roof and has to fight the fucking entire Foot Clan, and then when they're fighting, oh, then there's April with that stupid weird guy who's also her boss who you think they're dating, but then they have Danny who's also recruiting with the Foot Clan. Okay, don't make me feel fucking weird like this. You guys fucking know what I'm talking about. One of the best movies. Also, Mom, check the news, dude. Check the news. It might be a fucking snow day, but she's going to make me miss this movie. And I don't know if you've ever seen it, but he ends up falling through the roof, and they have to rehab him in this fucking way away country house out in the middle of nowhere, which April's super hot, but also when they lit the house on fire, then that's when Danny's dad ended up firing her, and then I don't really know if they're dating or not, but that's kind of weird to date your boss, and then he fires you while your house is on fire, while there's Ninja Turtles fighting in your house, and then they take Raphael to go get rehab, and then April's out there and she's drawing those badass pictures of him, and then you're like, oh my god, April's still super hot, maybe Raphael survives, I really hope so, and then all of a sudden Master Splinter comes to the fire, and the fire changes colors, and he's like, I love you, my sons, and you're like, holy fuck, that's crazy, I wish I had a dad like him, and then you don't, and then also, hey mom, check the news, right? Like, right, check the news, right? Like, dude, it might be a snow day, dude, just check. And then after Master Splinter ends up coming through the fire, they end up going and fighting Master Shredder on the rooftops, and then they all get their ass kicked, and then Master Splinter gets freed by Danny. That's a crazy plot twist, because he was recruiting for him, and then he ends up saving Master Splinter, which is fucking super gnarly, and then you're always rooting for Danny for no fucking reason, because he's not even a real character. He's no personality, fucking terrible, no character arc, and then all of a sudden he ends up saving Master Splinter, and then Master Splinter kicks off fucking Master Shredder off the fucking rooftop, and then he kicks him into the fucking garbage can, crushes his skull, and then Master Splinter says, "Cowabunga." Hell yeah, dude. But also, I would have missed that, dude, if the rapture would have happened, bro. Dude, fuck her, you know what I mean? I was scared I would have missed that, dude. I could have missed that shit, dude. Dude, I could have missed the second one, bro. Oh, Vanilla Ice. Yeah, bro, I know that whole song, dude. Take a good look. You guys having a good time tonight? Fuck yeah. Me too. I'm obviously divorced. You knew that. You knew that. When I got up here, you weren't like, hey, that guy has stable